time, we would like to open our conversation for more questions. I'm sure we are all dying to have some answers also. Captain Stanley, Yusek Stanley, did share a lot of hard facts and truths in your speech, sir. Swear, promise. And damning information that you shared, a lot of corrective statements that you shared also, and a lot of guidance and directions also. I was pleasantly shocked, and I'm so happy to be able to hear that. So, of course, and I also love, by the way, how you phrased it. Tata, let's discover more to love the Philippines. Let's give a round of applause. He's truly introducing, and I could not agree more myself to it. Everything really boils in part of the entire bigger picture. Since we're already in it, it's never a mega world hotels and resorts conversation if we don't talk about your love lives. I'm kidding. It's like, what? Okay. No, but seriously, there's so much love for the Philippines, and I know we share that love also to the people that we love. I have rather, a first round of line questions, but let me start there. Okay, big roll call, kinabahan ni ating panel. Big roll call for everybody, especially for everybody in the room or our associates. Raise your hands, a round of applause please for all the properties representing NCR, including Batangas. Okay, parang mahina tayo. Okay, round of applause. Okay. Cebu, for Magtan-Yutawan properties. Yay, okay. Next one, Boracay, Lugos. Boracay. How about Iloilo Business Park? There you go. Miss Arena, we are with you all the way. We are with you all the way. Did I miss out anybody? Mactan, Cebu, Batangas. Let me just give a special shout out to Batangas. Batangas, there you go. Now, dear leaders, my first question for you, and I'd like to start with this video. You've got different destinations, the ones that we mentioned. 3 categories. Major question: where will you spend a day or 2 for your loved one, your partner, your husband, your partner? Second, your family. What's your next destination for family? And the third, for barcadas. So where will you take them individually? Let's start with your partner.
My buntag kayo tanan. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for this opportunity to be together on a Monday morning here in Binondo, like Chair said. That's so tough.
On the spot,
If I were a loved one, I think you will agree with me that Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes is really just different level.
Romantic.
Beautiful destination in itself. If I'm with my kids, that's Cebu definitely. And it's so hard to pull my youngsters out of their schedules. So spending a weekend over at Mactan town is something that we can celebrate time together with. And of course with friends, Boracay is so different.
Yeah, it's different.
Boracay is so different. So that's
Those are your top 3. Thank you, ma'am. How about your Stanley, sir? You said Stanley. What's your destination to go to with the locations that you've got? First, with your wife. Where would you want to go?
I would agree that Twin Lakes is something really special.
And how about for family, time with the family, with the kids also?
I also agree that Cebu and Iloilo would be one.
Cebu or Iloilo trip? Okay, that's great. And lastly, sir, if you're gonna go out with the boys, with the Barkada, where do you want to take them?
I kind of agree also. For Latin, for the beaches as well as I was asking earlier about the go out there.
Yeah, perfect.
Fairways, right? So just beside all the hotels out there.
Thank you. So roll call all the destinations mentioned. May 6 bookings na po tayo this morning, alright? 6 bookings, please convert them into an actual sale, right? Okay, next one. I'd like to go to Miss Olive. Miss Olive, how about you? Where do you want to take, of course, we know that Sir Mike has already joined our parade, but looking into the past, where would you want to take him again?
On my end, my husband that we always like to drive around. So we would always go to Batangas.
Batangas.
And of course, to the
Yes.
with my daughter,
Yes.
her favorite is actually Cebu.
Cebu.
Yeah, because it's a combination. And there's so many things that you can do. You can go to the beach, you can go to the city, you can go to the whale, right?
Yes.
Also, so we enjoy that a lot. With HSMA friends,
Yes.
we've been to Boracay. So we've gone to Boracay, we've enjoyed Boracay, definitely.
And you've done off-the-years in Boracay also.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. So now we all need to know there is always a destination for a kind of purpose and a personality that we have. And I hope, somewhere there, in those destinations, you will always go back to memorable Girls and Girls. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for that. Now, let me go through the harder questions, if you may call them that way. Let me start with Ms. Dorel. Thank you once again, congratulations. You just launched the MHR's newest campaign, travel campaign, which is entitled Tara. Now, I like how you referencing it to Sir Stanley House. This is not a discount campaign. There is so much more to this campaign, to the campaign of the movie. I'd like to ask Ms. Dorel, what is Tara, MHR's travel campaign, really trying to accomplish amidst the crisis and the struggle of traveling now? Go ahead, ma'am.
As I said earlier in my speech, the Tara campaign is not about increasing occupancy. Yes, we'd love to have our occupancy increase because that's the economic side of it. But what's really important for the Tara campaign is for people, Filipinos, for that matter, to really experience the Philippines, the destinations around. And we are just so fortunate with Mega World Hotels and Resorts that we have a diversity of destinations within our portfolio. I think that's what makes it a lot easier for us to relate to the domestic campaign of DOT.
Yeah.
Because in our group alone, we have a diversity of our destinations. We have Cebu, we have Boracay, we have Iloilo, and then we have, of course, Batangas, plus the Manila property. So that alone speaks already of the diversity and the massiveness of our portfolio. But to go back to Tara, it's really being able to convey to the Filipinos that do travel within their own country because their country is beautiful. Our country, is beautiful. At the same time, we don't only look at the pricing, but we also look at the value and the experiences that you can have when you go through the destinations, like as what we said, Iloilo, Boracay, etc. Because each destination is really different and it has its own character and it has its own unique qualities that you can really enjoy. So I like your question. When you're going out, and it really depends on who you're traveling with, then the destination matters. Because if you want to be romantic, you go to Twin Lakes because there's a winery, cold weather, diba? Of course you want to snuggle, or sila minis ko na yan, no? But when you're with your barkada, okay, you want to really, let it all out, So, and the only place to do that is Boracay. Because again, you can have a diversity. You can shed off your clothes and show your beautiful bodies in your bikini. And then at the same time, you can also party and at the same time, you can also relax. Cebu, on the other hand, is very different because you can have both. It's business and leisure. So you can bring your family, be there for business, and at the same time, your children can really have fun on the side while we're doing business. In Iloilo, same thing. If you wanna think out, right? Iloilo is the place to be because it's a gastronomic destination. So with this campaign, it already shows you that with our hotels alone, you can already experience 5 destinations of utmost diversity.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. But I just want to take note of one of the items Ms. Lopez said. When you go to Boracay, please do not strip off your clothes, not all. Leave a little. Leave a little. But going back a little to what Miss Lauren said, just to give you a bit of insight, it was Miss Lauren who said, we have Sam, where's Miss Sam? We have to make sure that Hello Shane is there. She was the one who said, hunt her down because she is the embodiment of our campaign. That said, we really are talking about storytellers. We want to come up and create more storytellers who are also locals. Right, Ms. Lo? Now, if you can give us a little bit of insight there, what makes a local the best storyteller to talk about the roots? If you can talk about it.
A local, I think, will always be the best storyteller. And if you will notice, every time that a campaign is being done across globally, they always use a local as an ambassador.
Yeah.
Why? Because a local can never go wrong with the experiential side. No one knows better than a local himself or herself. So, because again, when you're a local, you basically know the routines, the routines of where to go, best places to eat, and do all the experiences that you want. So, in reality, a tour guide will always be a local. And when you're a local, you can speak about your destination more spontaneously,
Yeah.
and most important, very authentic. It's an authentic experience. So, a local is always, diba Shane, tama ko.
Thank you, Ms. Lola. Therefore, a local is the best storyteller for any regional or any site or destination. Therefore, moving forward. So therefore, again, this is a challenge for people to experience the beauty of local. Thank you. Let's give Ms. Lola a round of applause. Now, let me go to Ms. Leo Biso here, our managing director for Metro Hotels and Resorts. Of course, Ms. Lola has talked about this particular campaign that we launched just earlier to really help locals discover and fall in love with the Philippines. But I'd like to ask Ms. Leo, coming from the private perspective, what is really, you think, the role of developers and hotel operators like us being the largest in the Philippines? What is our role exactly in motivating this kind of mindset and push for local tourism?
Thank you, Nico. The private sector plays a very important role, and it's beautiful that we have a government that fully acknowledges that as well. As we all know, our situation is we have a new secretary appointed, and we're trying to play catch up with our desire to have more arrivals. And of course, I just have to really say, I was in awe of the speech of Yusek Stanley Nara. It's given another round of applause, please. I knew his presence was going to be valuable, but the message just hit strongly on me as your leader with Mangrove Hotels and Resorts. It's so beautiful to hear when our government actually acknowledges the contribution that the private sector can give in to make their plans come to life as well. You see, we've been trying in our own little ways to really be able to capture more, instill Filipino pride and love for our culture through the Sampaguita. Really put forward diversity and inclusion with projects like the Muslim-friendly tourism campaign that we've put together as one whole big group in support of the government as well to make sure that diversity and inclusivity is there, present in our respective properties. And here we are, I think on the second or third month of our Secretary of Tourism, second week for Yusek and Captain Stanley Nam. You see that this campaign is more of us starting the movement that the private sector can really do more in our ways to support the framework work that our DOT is doing. The campaigns will not be as strong, will not be effective, will not perform as well if the private sector will not do their rolling of their sleeves and just jumping into that movement and saying very strongly that we are with you. This is us saying we are with you, we will do our own share because we believe in the analytics that they have done. We believe in the pre-work and the homework that the DOT has also put together to make sure. It's beautiful how Captain Stanley Lang actually said it. Let's not sit on the 5 months that we used to refer as low season. This is our turn to actually show that we can make things happen over a season that we do not see as productive ones for us. So let's give them a big round of applause. And this is us saying in our actions that Mega World Hotels and Resorts will always be that private sector partner that more than words will always do it in action.
Thank you, thank you. Let's give this a round of applause. And yes, we have to agree with you, no? Ito, Gen Z words. Hashtag na real talk tayo ni Yusek Stan. Right, Ms. Leo? There's a lot of unfolding there, but I'd like to go back to you, Ms. Leo. In this year alone, we do have a lot of transitions, we do have a lot of openings, and there's still even one more transition of the Philippines' largest hotel becoming the world's biggest Movenpick. Why are we not stopping despite of the crisis? Why do we keep on pushing? Why?
I was even sharing a while ago that our cancellations from many segments actually reached 148 million, and from OTAs another 220 million. That's from the crisis that we just went through over the past 2 months from March, April, and May.
To the present.
And that's a lot of lost opportunities and business for us.
Yeah.
But it is not for us to stop. We're taking care of so many aspects and facets of business. One, our people who are prone to lose their jobs if we lose hope and we lose sight of how we will drive the business to recovery. Second, our shareholders, our owners, our investors who have put their trust in the company. We need to keep the business going because we have our responsibility and our obligation to continuously make the business survive and thrive. We continue to open because we believe in the economic contribution that tourism actually gives to the country. We also continue to expand in the region because we know it is sustainability for the country when we strengthen the secondary tier cities and really make destinations out of the developments. And we also continue to open channels of bigger partnerships with brands because we want accelerators of the efforts. We believe that by continuing to do this, we're not just rallying for the Filipinos' capability, but we're also joining in the movement that really the Filipinos have the grit to continue to keep going despite the odds.
Thank you, Ms. Leo. Confidence right there with background, with study, and a lot of belief for Filipino hospitality skill at that. Let's give a round of applause to Ms. Leo. Thank you very much. Now, I think I have to move on to the man of the hour, who I was really, wow, yeah, okay. The way that you said it, sir. Now, of the three here, we've got Ms. Tolet, Ms. Cleo, and then now Yusek Captain Stanley. Lahat, we're all coming from the private. You're still in the private. But what's beautiful about it, from the way I see it, and I think GM Mark can correct me if I'm not right. Captain Stanley coming from the private perspective, POV, and then now jumping into a really critical role for DOT. It's a beautiful balance of bigger POVs and the commonality that we can strike. But my question to you, Yusek Stanley, is like, with the private and government, and now now, you being there, how do you see it moving forward? How do you see collaborations moving forward in the future?
Yeah, like Ms. Mentioned earlier, tourism is one of the most important economic drivers of our country. And I just recently came from the private sector.
Yes.
So there were frustrations, challenges before that I experienced as well. But end of the day, if we care enough for our country, we all should really work together. So from the private sector going to the public sector, I see a lot of opportunities that if we work together, we can make things really happen. Let's not go too far. Just this campaign, right? I know there will be a lot of sacrifices for the short term, and I also understand that. Like, even if developing a destination, a route, sometimes you don't immediately make money.
Yeah.
But good things take time. So you just have to work together, do collaboration and co-promotion. Because if you pull your funds together, then you can reach far more milestones with those funds. And yeah, I always believe in that. And just to work together and doing campaigns, something like this, is really a good start to really build on that.
To get things going. I believe you there. Let's give a round of applause. It's sometimes not really all about the funds. Sometimes it's really just getting everybody's support, jumping on the same boat, and getting things going. Let's give Sir Stanley a round of applause, everybody. So many things to flesh out in your speech earlier, and I know our media has got some few questions with them. So at this point in time, because I want to thank you so much, maybe